Making sure the vaccine is available for everyone who wants it. Governor Hogan tours a church that is also a vaccine distribution center. Hello, I'm Denise Cope.
And I'm Vic Carter. By next month, the governor expects vaccinations in Maryland to increase dramatically. But today he said the state will not get a big increase in supply in the short term. WJZ investigator Mike Helgren is live at the convention center vaccination site with where things stand. Mike?
Denise, Vic, for the next 2 weeks, the governor says the supply levels will stay the same as they are now, and he did not give a definitive timeline on when we will move to the next phase of eligibility.
Kind of light at the end of the tunnel, the hope you can start feeling. I feel
just
a little excited.
Governor Hogan says White House officials told him Maryland will not see an increase in COVID-19 vaccine supply for the next 2 weeks.
This has been an issue of huge demand and not enough supply.
Maryland is already not expected to get more single-dose Johnson & Johnson vaccines until at least this Thursday. The good news, Hogan says supply of all vaccines should skyrocket by April.
By the very end of this month, starting next month, that's going to change. We're going to take it to a whole nother level.
You got to act tough, okay? The governor toured a vaccination clinic at the First Baptist Church of Glenarden, along with Prince George's County Executive Angela Alsobrooks, who attends services here.
Our data is telling us that we do not currently have an issue with hesitancy. We have 120,000 people on a waiting list, but what we're hearing in the community as we talk to people, I'm beginning to hear from younger people who are asking questions about sterility, for example. I've heard from some younger men who are saying, will this make me sterile?
The outreach at churches is part of Hogan's Vaccine Equity Task Force. The state has also set up clinics at churches in Baltimore.
When we ask, what is that Equity Task Force is doing? What are they doing? Well, now you see it in practice.
Now, the governor says he will consider opening up more mass vaccination sites in other counties once the state gets more vaccine, and he says he will be probably making an announcement about that next week. Reporting live at the Convention Center, Mike Helgren, WJZ.
Thank you, Mike. Well, Baltimore City Public Schools discovered more than a dozen positive COVID-19 tests during routine monitoring. There were 13 positive test results out of 253 total pods tested. All the other students who were in those pods were sent home and are being tested individually. City Schools opened all its elementary schools for grades kindergarten through second grade 2 weeks ago. Grades 3 through 5 and 9th graders began Monday. We will have more on these positive tests and why City Schools says it shows the system is working. Coming up at 5 on WJZ. Moderna is beginning clinical vaccine trials on children. About 6,700 children in the U.S. and Canada between the ages of 6 months and 11 years old are participating. Now, they are getting 2 doses of the vaccine spaced about 28 days apart. The Moderna vaccine was approved for use in adults in December.